Peppermint Blue Sims. You can call me E. I'm here again with my rotational play for The Sims 4, or Sims 2 to Sims 4. So I'm playing the Broke family. This is first half, Sunday to Wednesday. I'm a little out of sorts today. I had a really bad migraine all day yesterday and today. It's pretty under control right now, so I'm gonna try and stream this. We'll see how it goes. At any rate, Brandy should be popping a baby out quite soon. They have basically no money, so groceries are going to be difficult. Brandy's does not have a job. I gave her the new nails just before the stream. See the new nails. So because of the new nails is like a new slot, I'm now able to use a dynamic eye depth. So if you look at her eyes, just gonna get like the right position there. Look at the shading on that. It's awesome. So I've been like slowly adding it to all the Sims as I play them. And eventually they will all have it. And I'll maybe do it for an update on the save file. And the link for the save file is down below. I might do it for that. Maybe. It's a lot of work. And I'm not really feeling like updating that file right now. Because I just did such a huge update. I'll wait till I'm like through a couple generations of my current play at least. Anyway. So yeah, it's Sunday morning for them. The one thing I didn't do, because it is 6 a.m. on Sunday and it is my first day with them, I do fix their energy. Like they had a full night of sleep. That's just my preference. You do not have to do that, of course. This volume's really low.
Oh.
It's a little better.
Turbo.
It must be my migraine getting better because I'm not as noise sensitive.
Oh.
I had to turn up the volume.
Turbo. Kangaroo. Ha!
She's just being silly. I'm hoping she could like knit, but it's expensive, so she can't really afford to do it. I don't really want her to get a job right now either, because of the baby. Yeah, she's in her third trimester. Oh.
Bon and Gravy? Oh, Yips.
Baby stinky? Maybe I wanna...
Ina. Grobble Hina. Inja. Javi. Yebu Panka. Bazin. Schwabi. Koiba.
That's fine. She's hungry though, which is a problem. She's getting hungry too. I haven't bought any groceries, so... And they're not going to be able to go to the doctor for any checkups or anything for quite some time. So, like, in my personal save, I kind of fixed their money a bit so they wouldn't be as poor. Just because I knew I'd have to go through this difficultness on the rotational play that I stream. So I just bought them, like, free groceries. Like, one free grocery. And it was difficult even then. So... She's gonna have to like. She can't really like run out to get. She could run out to get groceries, I guess. So yeah, maybe she'll make a quick grocery run just to make like a couple meals. So she has cooking level 5. So let's see. What would you maybe want to make? Italian meatballs? I don't want to do 5 because I don't want to burn down the place. Maybe Italian meatballs. So parsley, red meat, eggs, bread. If I can remember this. I think there's a fridge on the lot I'm going to for it. I went to that retail lot today though in my personal save, or yesterday in my personal save, and sorry, I'm drinking a slushy. I'm kind of thirsty. It's gonna be noisy. Think of it as ASMR. I'm gonna ditch the straw shortly. Straw's not doing much. Maybe a scrambled eggs or something like that. Like a egg dish. A breakfast dish, not egg dish. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so like Italian meatballs and maybe like breakfast scramble. Potato, onion, mushrooms, and eggs. So maybe she's going to run out to the grocery store. Just by herself. Because it'll only take a minute.
Ooh, bin koya.
So I've had a nice couple of people say on my YouTube channel um, that they're enjoying my rotational play. So thank you. That's really nice of you. I'm, like I said, just doing this for fun, something to do. So I notice I want to try it at the Pleasant View grocer because we haven't been there yet. I don't know if there'll be anybody at the cash register, but I noticed when I clicked on the cash register, I was able to just buy groceries that way, which is fine. I don't have to click on a freezer. It's fine. She went to the grocery store. It's good enough for me. I can headcanon being like a semi-rabbit hole. I'm also finishing medicating. Because migraine. Might take some more CBD oil. I just got some pretty good stuff and it seems to help. So, I also have a hemp seed oil, but I don't like it. It's disgusting. It tastes really bad. They added to like the hemp seed oil like rosemary and spearmint. It's just really bad. I'd rather have plain old weed oil. Tastes like dirt, not random disgustingness. Dirt tastes better. Let's just say that. Alright, anyway, grocery store. Can we... No, it's clicking on that but saying knit. View. Knit or sit? Well, that's... Oh, it's a chair. Oh, it's not an actual... Oh, I see. It's not... I didn't realize that that's not an actual... They did a good job with this. It's not a cash register. It's a chair and like a chest and a dresser and a diploma. Oh, that's nifty. I'm sorry. It's gonna go bye-bye probably. Let's see if I have cash register though. Fit. Nah. Oh. Oh, it's such a shame. Mega wall hangings. Oh my gosh, it's such a shame to do this. Oh, I feel horrible. Oh. Oh, this is hurting my soul, actually. Oh, I feel really bad. Look at how many pieces this is. Oh, I'm sorry, person who created this. I need a cash register on this lot. I'm not gonna do all four right now. I'll handle that later. I know. I don't think there's a like old timey cash register unless I pick up some CC for that. So see, now I have the shop for. Yeah. I know I just started this, but I went into build mode. Freddy's lazy. She just want to travel everywhere. Shop for groceries. Buy groceries. So what did I need again? Bread, red meat, parsley, eggs. Most of her money will be gone. And she doesn't qualify for welfare through SN Bank. But she's got some paintings in her house she can sell. I should have done that before we left. So the grocery store.
Kisanis Navy. Oompa Freed.
She talks to the grocery register.
Tanif Bazoo. Liva.
Okay, the menu's changed for groceries. It's nice now you can go like Baker's Dozen and Brista Specials and all that. Those bags. Manager Specials. Which is actually a really good way to go, I've noticed. So we're going to need a Baker's Dozen. We don't have a coffee maker at our house, I don't think. Butchers. Let's see what we can afford. If we can get away with like 2 of each. Vegetables. Only 1 fish, that's fine. Yeah, we'll have $8 left. No snack attack. That's fine. So hopefully she'll be able to cook a couple things with that.
Oh,
And then
Ruby.
she needs to get back home
Kasada.
to take care of that.
Vemboy Barovi. Gunganeansa.
If I could click the
Bin
right buttons.
Faheb. Vula Shaka.
Shows a lot off before I go. Duh. So it does have, this is one of the community spaces. The one in Pleasant Hills. It does have all 4 versions with this shell, and they are all just as gorgeous. So Dr. Simmaker, something like that. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. He did all these lots, or they did all these lots, which is cool. They're very, very good. I've got quite a few of their builds in the save file. It's got like a cooking spot. Oh, I could have checked the recipes there. That's okay. And a little cafe. Oh, well, this is a vendor. So there's a vendor. I don't know. Maybe there's a vendor's table in there somewhere. Not sure how that was working. And then, yeah, got all the things we need. She can vote. I don't think she can vote on. Oh, in home neighborhood. She is. Oh, she's not in. She is in her home neighborhood. Nobody will ever be able to vote on this one because nobody lives next door. I'll have to. Well, maybe I'll have to finagle that one. Not a big deal. All right, let's go. Send her back home. Otherwise, beautiful lot and it works regardless of what you want to put in there. But when I get maybe bored of that, I'll put in like a maker space. Or if one of my Sims needs a like a sales table space, marketplace space. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, that. One of the Sims needs that. Sorry, I'm totally was working on getting up my slushie. Alright. Next up. See, I'll have to unpack all our groceries. And then she can cook. So you gotta go like open. I gotta queue up a bunch of them. And then press just go real quick, stop real quick for a second. We'll open the others just to get it going because it's faster this way. She needs to get cooking. Alright. Open, open. She like totally not paying attention to the groceries. There we go. Oh, open, open. And then she'll have some more packages down here to open, but not too many. She should be able to cook some stuff out of this, right? Might not be what I wanted to cook, but it'll be fine. Yeah, like the one thing, I didn't see like rice or anything in here either. It's always good to have rice and pasta on hand. Oh, I missed one package. Or a couple. Tofu blocks, I guess. Alright, next you can just do this. This is why I like these. Oh, she has a little bit of food. So you're hungry, right, kiddo? Or did we take care of that? Oh, Justin must have taken care of that. Alright, so just Brandy needs to eat. So we'll just have her have the leftovers here. Yay, she cooked something at some point. That's good. Probably the last time I was at the house with her. During pre-rounds, I think. So how long till that baby again? Anytime now. Perfect. I know what it is. I can't remember if I said during pre-rounds because I think I had to check because I wasn't sure how the pregnancy pausing was working. I know what it is. It's the same I always get in The Sims 4 when I'm playing. I mean, it would be for this save file because it's like predestined. Because it's whatever it was when the original person with the Rosebud save file made of it. Oh, it's that Fireleaf. For some reason, I can't sell Fireleaf. It's really weird. Well, Brandy, you really have to pee, so reading to your kid, I think you gotta pee first. Oh, hello, cutie. And Dustin later can get Angela over. In my save file, my personal save file, Angela and Lilith have switched boyfriends. And Angela basically got engaged. Dirk autonomously proposed to Angela like the minute she turned 18. It's kind of funny. So, and she had a want for it as well. It was cool. Alright, they get along very well. And Angela is dating Lilith in my personal saves, dating Dustin, but it's not going so great. They're both too like hot-headed. Yeah, they're both too like angry to date each other. They just yell at each other all the time.
Verobi Bemoy, Senzen, Lumbek, Herno Oops, with a charge. Havakida. Runiada,
Remember the cabinet's actually opened and they pulled out those things to play with. It's just so lazy. It's such lazy animation.
Bahira, Senze Trariba, Befete Pelka, Anduma Ganira,
So let's see here. Brandy, have anything special going on? She's a foodie, outgoing, cute, erratic, gentle, and emotional. She just called Aaron Beaker. She got married. She's happy to be pregnant. She's pansexual, but in the closet. She loves pink. Cuisine's her hobby. She's a family sim and Aries. So it's all been checked against the wiki for that. Let's see. I think she's got perfect pitch when it comes to music. Not great at gardening, but she loves it. Not great at gardening, but she loves it. What else does she like here? Baking, bowling, gardening, mixology, robotics, cooking, and video gaming. She's very sad all of a sudden from the fear of being a terrible parent. Well, that is true, Brandy. You can sometimes be a terrible parent. I have seen it happen. Sometimes in my saves, Dustin, like, she gets along well with kids, and sometimes they just don't. Oh, the social bunny is here. Hello, social bunny. AKA Sim dressed up as a bunny. It's not actual social bunny. He's dressed up as like the Easter bunny, but you know, he's here to hang out. I forgot to lock the computer. Better do that. Before anybody gets on the computer. There we go. So Dustin, let's see. Dustin is movie buff, envious, self-assured, free spirit, and active. He's greedy. Has a film and literature hobby. In my game. I believe he's supposed to be a nature sim, but because he rolled movie buff on mine, it kind of makes sense for a kid like him to like movies. I went with the film and literature. He is a fortune sim though, and an Aries, like in The Sims 2. He loves fitness. Acting. He likes acting, bowling, fishing, mischief, rock climbing, skiing, snowboarding, DJ, mixing, fitness, guitar, and video gaming. And little baby Bo is silly and inquisitive. Brandy has not met Darren in this, and I believe in this one, Darren's all up and involved with Cassandra and Dawn's relationship. Got a little bit of a throuple almost going, except Dawn and Darren don't exactly enjoy each other's company very much. And Cassandra's just trying polyamory because she's like desperate for a baby. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. Once the baby's there, now that she's pregnant, things might change. She might have some decisions to make.
Cebu, Sanzibi, Squamish Nabino, Reselek, Franho Hibani, Genja Fazar.
She feels fat.
Pomeray. Sochin?
Yeah, so they have $8 now after groceries. So if they actually need a doctor's appointment because somebody's sick, they are going to have to sell some stuff. Brandy's got some fairly expensive paintings though, so we can do that. He's really playing the guitar. He never played the guitar in my other saves. So, rarely. I think the guitar might have been blocked though. I recently moved the laundry hamper, thinking it might be in the way of the guitar. I might have been right, because now all he does is play the guitar. I love it. What you doing, Brandy baby? Nothing. Being embarrassed and erratic. She should do the laundry. She's gonna get some whim fulfilled. There we go. Beauty. What else does she want to do? Watch a movie? We could do that with Dustin. Maybe try to see if they can get along a little better. Pair garlic noodles. That's a little out of your price range. Rave about growing up. Flatter someone. Practice writing. Dustin should apply to university too. It's almost his birthday. I like them to apply when they're teens. He will be rejected because I do have the rejection mod. If you've never been here before, this is a modded save. Heavily modded. Over 100 mods are all listed in the links. Yeah, Dustin, whenever he's writing jokes, alright, he can write jokes. He's gotta pee, he's hungry. Why are you writing jokes? Can't pee. Bo's messing around in the toilet. Brandy needs to do some laundry. Ooh, let's search pockets first. Nope, she's really gotta pee too. Shoot. She's gotta pee. Desperately. Then Dustin can go. Pregnant ladies first. Or something. Says the antinatalist. Sims though. They can have babies. Just not a lot of them. Because if we have too many babies, it's going to take 8 million years to get through one freaking rotation. If we're only putting one family a week. What does she need? She's getting hungry. Again. And then Dustin gotta get some food too. 2 in the afternoon. Probably will invite Angela over shortly. Once he's all, tidied up a bit. He's still wearing his PJs, so I think.
Ruskin Xanahoy. Outside. Huh?
There we go. Get some leftovers. What's the little one want here? Take clothes off. Oh, I didn't move it over to spring. I didn't realize that. That's okay. It's not a big deal. It's real easy to fix. So on the Pleasant Hill save file link, you'll find like the link to the save file, blah blah blah. Everything about it, all the mods I'm using, randomizers. What I'm after is the idea board because I just put for the set seasons sheet is there. And we want season number 3 because we want spring. Oh, I have it on my other screen and thinking you can see it. I've shown it before. There we go. That's better. So yeah, Pleasant Hill save file. Getting started. Unique aging system. Rotation tracker. Mods list. Randomizers. Clubs. And idea board. It's got a cheat on there. Alright. So it's season 3. Da-da-da. Perfect. So it's spring again. Right? Because we're playing spring first. Alright. I didn't even realize that. So it's not summer season anymore. I'm going to dismiss that. Talk about toys. Talk to your stuffed animal. Oh, but you're really hungry, buddy. So apparently kids can, or toddlers can just kind of go like that and open the fridge and grab a serving that way. That's fine. Keeps toddlers from starving to death. A little bit of intervention. Kind of necessary in the Sims 4. In all the Sims games, if you think you're not intervening here and there, you are.
Uh-huh.
Well, unless you just like your Sims dying all the time. Nothing wrong with that if you do. Ooh, that was cold for me.
Larkin, Moosh. Gosh of Whibs. Gorb, huh? Dravois Nersey. Warb. Himna Vazib. Yebu Panka. Vazi. Schwabi Frong Fanage.
Alright.
New yep for noi?
Monil.
Oh, should we? Oh, randomizer. But who am I? I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. All my friends seem to have it figured out. Well, we already know your aspirations unconventional millionaire, so, and we know you're not going to get into school. And I have base mental installed. What are we doing? I wonder. Just saying. Press me. And then that brings kind of back his Morpheus Fortune Sim and what would have been his natural hobby in The Sims 2. And maybe we can do a combo hobby. I have a couple Sims with combo hobbies. Maybe I should do that. Anyway, 66 top. Top choice. Pick something you like. Drug dealing. Yay. I don't. Yeah. Well, drug dealing, pot dealing, and it's legal where I live, so. Anyway, yeah, that's his plan. My plan for Destin in most of my save files because he doesn't get into college. Wants to be an unconventional millionaire, and there's just no better way to do that than with gardening. Oh, Brandy's giving him a little bow bath all on her own. That doesn't happen too often.
Oh, boy.
Usually that stuff I have to direct, so good on her.
Oh.
Animation's been better since I updated. So. He get like sometimes he gets in my saves, he gets like he likes acting and he generates the star material trait, which means he'd be a great celebrity. There's that too. If drug dealing, doesn't work out for him, he also wants to join the criminal career. So. Oh, sorry. In this save, he's public enemy because he had a life alert, didn't he? I forgot to put those in the family tree. The life alerts, life choice alerts. So I think that might be what's going on there. I forgot to fight over Angela. Let's get her over right now. It's getting like it's only 5 o'clock at night for him, so let's fight the girlfriend. He's feeling confident, so that's a good time. I've noticed when they're in bad moods, they're way more likely, which makes sense, to do things like pick on their spouses or significant others and family members. She started a flirtationship with Dawn. It's like barely there, but it's there, and I'm not surprised one bit. Didn't I know this? I probably knew this from pre-rounds. Feels like such a long time ago, and it's only been like 3 families. I'm way too forgetful for doing this kind of play. I should be doing play like every day, then I'd remember on the save, but I can't talk that much. I tried that. It didn't go well in the end. For my face. It was painful. I streamed like 6 or 7 hours a day for like a week, and by the end of it I had like a 3-day migraine. Wash laundry. Alright, now you might want to sleep for a bit. Baby could come anytime. I am gonna maybe have the baby at the hospital. I'm pretty sure the animation is still broken for the surgery table though, and that's not mod related. Yeah, it's not mod related that the surgery table is broken. I've seen it reported in the official reporting spot that people do it at. Some forum, EA bug forum. Yeah. I have seen reports. I hit the Me Too button on everything for the animations, because the animations on the surgical table and with like the inventor machine, those are broken. Those animations. Is Angela here? Did she come over? Where is she? I invite her over. If I keep getting distracted. Keeps telling me that Brandy needs a hospital visit for a prenatal appointment, and she can't afford it. Unless she sells some paintings. Those are kind of like last resort for things like groceries.
Cha, Budamapsi. Muma. Jade. Farbe taxi watsi. Pato. Pate. Nizo. Nizo Buddha. Pasana Dayola? Oh, Shubirao. God, camera in this is... I'm using the Sims 3 camera. It's still better than the Sims 4 camera, but...
Gaffa.
I don't know why they need to reinvent the wheel there.
Chipakalu.
Nice little look at Angela here. We'll be at the Pleasant soon. Couple houses there. Got another house between here and there. Oh, he's just going to sleep. Invite Angela over. Go to sleep. And they never stay that long. So she's just gonna like talk on her phone forever. Hey kiddo, you're really tired. Where are you going? Maybe you could just go to sleep.
Nilsy. Wabarani Chari.
Which means Angela will definitely go home.
Wabarani Zinze. Bayumi. Jaspa Exine. Plushi Fwasa. Dali Prubara. Seneca
Good enough.
Belindi. Ah. Brihe Gane
He
Bing.
just had a nap.
Nilsy. Halabriv.
Confess to cheating with who? I don't think he hasn't cheated with anybody. Why is that his like top priority is to confess to cheating? Jesus.
Yeah, Fanoosh.
Oh, he's got a one here. Hold hands. Isn't that adorable?
Zomphis. Zomphishapula. Sebene Gaffa. Brifna.
Wadisa.
How sweet. He wanted to hold her hands.
Wogra. Vimpa.
Oh,
Gil.
she's yelling at him for some reason.
Bula Gilan. Oh, tell a Jim Whipsy.
Oh, he's sick.
Yes.
Of course he is. Interaction with another sim always ends in illness.
Uh-huh.
Don't go to bed yet.
Shuva.
Hear bad news.
Oh, Shubi.
Oh, Jeeve.
Yeah, he's not having any of that. Oh, he's mortified now. Awkward encounter. Yeah, he's not feeling very well. Uh-oh. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, Brandy's awake now, of course. And she really has to be. Oh, and is she craving sweet food? Maybe when she's done going pee, we can send her for her craving.
Oh, sure. Aha. Branka.
I didn't realize you could sleep through the radio.
Shuli.
Is that new from one of my mods? I don't remember having a mod to do that. Oh, he just woke up for no reason. Wow, his hunger's falling like a rock. Combating an illness from home remedy hydration. I won't know what he has unless he goes to the doctor. Let's see if we turn this off and have him go to bed. Brandy's got food queued up. What are you doing, Brandy? Oh, cleaning up the plates. Never mind. That's not getting food. You're actually cleaning up the dishes. This is a new rare phenomenon that, we haven't seen before. Because it rarely ever happens lately. Oh, I don't want to bake. Not yet. Oof. Okay, I could make that. We'll try and eat it though. Try and eat up what's in the fridge first. Maybe she already has. Never mind. Because I don't see get leftovers. Alright, cook. Oops, wrong cook. There's two cooks now. One is all the regular recipes. One looks like snack foods.
Rube Shavy.
I always cook party size.
Reba. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, I really like that dynamic eye shading. Wow.
Woo! Oh!
It's really nice because it moves with the eye. That would be like, highly recommended, I think. Oh yeah, sweet food. Oh well. Need to cook something anyway, just in case kid gets hungry. Yeah, his hunger is falling fast. Interesting. What was that? I think I just missed something there. Did I miss something there?
Parsagap Rabe? Maranoi! Flurb! Unyab! Homere Bahira! Turinga! Huh?
Yibs. Stulain Yumfkle.
Bye, Angela. Oh, starch. Slushy is gone. It's a Jones soda slushy too, so it's like way better than a normal slushy.
Yes, love.
Probably way too much sugar in that. I really don't care anymore. Back to plain water. Ugh, showering in the rain.
Schoono Mitza.
Much to this guy's
Wow.
shock and dismay.
Bamwosa. Bamwosa. Finuza.
Oh, Brandy. Oh, here. No mail. You'll put your clothes back on? No? You're not. You're gonna... There you go. That's better. The toddler woke up. That's why. Little Bo woke up.
Oh. Lurvy. Quexenos. Oh, Grasha. Ha. Ya Tabu. Palingo Nopsa.
The wrong angle.
Yoff
There we go.
Spar. Nibor. Flurbis. Rolshpa. Ularb.
Aw.
One. Barbahoy. Shusha.
Those nails are great. I love the new nails.
Gaunim.
I gotta get some CC though.
Soy breath.
I should do a custom content shopping stream on like a Friday or something. Under the covers again.
Oh,
I should just have to switch over the laundry. Have her do the laundry. Finish the laundry before she goes to bed. Or at least get it switched over.
Oh boy.
So depending on how Dustin and Brandy get along, he may or may not move out immediately. When he grows up, I forgot to have him apply to university. That's okay. He'll have enough time in the morning, maybe. Maybe not. Not a huge deal. Usually comes in like a couple days. As I said, he'll be more than likely. He's a D student. Even though he's a fortune sim, he'll be rejected and sad for like 3 days after. Oh, you're waking him up. Well, that's just great. I can get rid of that moodlet because it's a Quiet Stacy face mask one.
Hey, boy.
Okay, you're hungry at least. At least he's been woken up and he's like starving, so, you know, not such a bad thing. I could see him yelling at Bo for that, though. I wonder if he has like one of I have the healthcare redo mod. I wonder if Justin has something like malaria or whatever. I have the long no death version. I do like death in my games, but when you have that healthcare mod, the Sims can't take their medication when they're not active. So like the Sims who have deadly diseases just up and die on you between rounds because you're not there to make them take their medication for it. So, yeah. So all the diseases are non-deadly, which is kind of unfortunate. There's only an option to pause things. Oh, honey. It's all sad. Not enough nap time from interrupted naps. And you're out in the cold by yourself by the swimming pool in bare feet. Because for some reason his boots didn't put on. Well, at least there's socks, I think. The boots didn't generate. What? And he keeps trying to use an umbrella, which makes him stretch. Oh, but this is actually Skip Burke's grave, I believe. I think. I think I had it worked that was Skip Burke's, but maybe it isn't now. Not a big deal. Can't apply for university. Insufficient funds. Earn money from programming. Okay. It's the middle of the night. You got school in the morning, but you need $75, so practice, make a plugin. That one, make a plugin pays, I think. Not a lot, but something. That my Brandy might have to give up painting. He's not gonna get in anyway, so yeah. Okay, can apply that like Wednesday as well, and still have time to be accepted before Sunday, I think. Before moving day. He can turn stuff around. He won't get accepted unless he turns his grades around. And I don't know if that applies to when they're like young adults, if they reapply later in life. Oh, Brandy's in labor. We might have to give up the plug-in here for momentarily, but we can set him to practice programming while we go to practice programming. Well, we take. She's gonna check on Bo first. Getting hungry. Oh, very hungry. Oh, yeah, might have to survive off sippy cups. That's perfect. Do you have one? Is that what's happening? Yes. Okay. Brandy's in labor. We'll just let him get a little bit higher. There we go. Now I feel safer. But all right.
Go. Pippa Rainick.
Dustin will stay home with Bo. We're gonna have to get a name. Let's get my name randomizer thingy. And the music's off again as usual. Let's see. Randomizer. Games. Naming sites. Behind the name generator. First name only. I know what gender to put on there, but you can't see it yet. Okay. Don's your doctor. Don's your doctor. Hello, Don, the doctor. Don's delivering her baby. Except the animations are broken, so they just like.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, see, they get to that point and then there's no more animation. They'll still give birth, but she yeah. Oh yeah, that's going real well. Anyway, that's a bug. Not a mod issue, it's a bug. But I'd still rather go to the hospital because I can. I need a screenshot. There we go. I need a screenshot. Don't let me forget to take screenshots. Again. Oh, poor Brandy. Once again, it's that look when Don's your doctor. Alright, so it's a girl. Last name will be Broke. And first name, I already see one here I like. So from the random miser, I do like Rianne. Similar to one of my friends' nicknames. Or online names. So in honor of her, she'll never see this. I don't advertise my some stuff on my personal page. But yeah, Rianne. I think Rianne is like the best so far. One more. Rini. Sultana. No, I like Rianne. Alright. Put that one back over here. Rianne. Okay, and then actually I need to bring up our rotation tracker for here. It's on the wrong thing. I need to bring this over here. Get rid of that. Get rid of my torrents. It's all on the wrong page. That goes over here. That goes there. That's probably enough time for somebody to see what my personal Facebook name is, but shit happens. Please don't add me. I won't respond. Just say that. I don't add anybody I don't know personally anymore. And I went and deleted like 300, 400 people about 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 to 4 years ago. We'll split the difference. 3 years ago. At any rate, Rianne. She is a daughter. And what is the date here? It is Monday. So Monday. So rotation 1, spring 2, which is a Monday. And then the hour, what's the time here? 5 a.m. Yeah, so that's how I record that. Rotation 1 spring, Monday, the second day, at 5:05. 500 hours and 5 minutes. And she'll go in the Brooke family. So, just so I can record her birth properly. And there we go.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We have a baby.
Now.
Oh.
I always like to get the picture when they're oversaturated in brightness, and then with a crazy look on their face, like, this is the worst thing ever.
Panadayola. Oh, laba. Yadras vobia. Oh. Amudio.
There we go. There. Perfect. Game parenting skill. Oh yeah, still wants to watch a movie. Hack school grades. Perform an acting scene. Cool, cool. Alright. Imagination skill. Well, you're sleeping right now, but we'll see. Baby is over here, but I want baby to be in a slightly different spot. Fix that second here. Perfect, I think. I have no complaints. I think that will do. Oh, is there anything in their family inventory? No. Okay. Alright, definitely gonna save because I had a baby. Cool. Okay. Yes, let's take care of baby. Alright, buddy, what are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey.
You're pretty good. Do you want to sleep till it's time to go to school? Sleep. Since he's going to bed. Bo's birthday soon. Perfect. Wow, she pulled a bounce all on her own. Nice. That doesn't happen sometimes. So she might need to change diaper. Yeah. We'll put the bounce back though. Bounce.
Oh, Balanev. Oh,
I usually like to do 3 social interactions aside from cuddle, or aside from feed and change dirty diaper.
Oh, Dolphus Polkam. Oh, Yumbala. Bahira.
It's really close to that parenting
Oh,
skill, so I might as well pin that.
Oh, Polyphony Bahana.
I only like to pin one at a time. There's so few
Umpra.
Whims slots. Oh, sure, it's 5. They can fit 2 more on there easily.
Oh,
I doubt there's a mod for that. 5 Whim slots. I've got so many custom Whims now. It would be nice.
Pomeray.
Shoot, leaf.
God, she's pretty. I should invite Dawn over.
Effa joy.
Yeah, she's hungry. Yeah, he's sick with something. And the way he's losing his hunger makes me think it's like malaria. And they can't afford a doctor. Because Brandy's not keen on selling all her stuff. I could play socialist doctor and give them their money back, I guess. Rebate from the government for being poor.
Oh, Ben Koya.
Eat the food, Brandy. She found $4.
Sharba
Had to give them some money somehow.
Mura flenfa.
They have penny pixies.
Irga. Oh, dasna. Frolus bura gear.
What's gonna happen before Wednesday here? Okay, we'll have one birthday. We'll have baby Bo's birthday on Tuesday. So I usually play till Wednesday morning, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, like halfway through Wednesday, because that's like midpoint. This is where I usually play. So we'll come back on Wednesday for right quick for 2 birthdays in a row and a holiday or 2. Cool. And she lost her voice. There it goes.
Miranai kankuya bura.
She's dark. She must be friends with Aaron. Aaron was looking at possibly getting with Malcolm Landgraab if you haven't seen that stream, but with Malcolm Landgraab, but they had a big fight, and then he met somebody he found more attractive, and that was the end of that. Well, spots to mop there, I guess. There's almost $75 in the bank, so he can apply to university. He could take some money out. I think he's got a couple dollars in his personal bank account. I want to say he's got at least $20 in there. Yeah, $90.
Biru Pinavi. Kinnikus Horse.
He has $90 to his name.
Shaka. Abimi. Sipane Frost. Sinoshe.
It might just be they're getting along well enough that he gets the top bunk of the bunk bed until maybe Angela is ready to move in with him. Or have him move in with her, I should say. God, I love that eye shading. Can't say that enough. Jeez. Oh, he's late for school. Oops. Dude, go to school. So much for being a better student. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is great for Dustin, is getting that lucrative opportunity for someone who doesn't make to ask too many questions. Sure, we'll take the money. So $972 into his bank account.
No. No.
Oh, of course, he just left the lot before I could do that.
No, sure.
972. 972. 972. 972. I have to remember. Or 900, whatever. Money into his bank account. All right, Brandy. Now your scholarships. Down here. Well, she's just doing her own thing, I guess.
Quimble, Kipuna, Schoono Mixa, Benuza, Nibor.
She wants to be all fresh. And she's just making sure things get cleaned up. Good girl, Brandy.
So. Hey.
Let's see if Dr. Dawn's available to come by. Let's see. Quizness plan. Dustin was caught using his phone to look up answers. Let's see what she says. So, hit a randomizer here. We'll press the big red button. 96, top answer. Retake the test with no phone. Okay. It's like my Sims never get character values because I randomize them. I should switch to a system of like family Sims always choose this. Blah blah blah. I'm eating a cookie, if anybody's hearing me chew, I apologize. Oh, done. Okay, don't have to invite him in. Cool. The handling of secret identities. Or not. I mean, Dawn does have to sleep with 30 women.
Clanky.
Oh, Narfa. Shibes. Oh, Yibs. Sewell.
He's got toddlers at home.
What's up? Yibs, yibs, yibs. Yip, yip, zagu.
Bon and Gravy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Yibs.
Yibsy. Near Ruba.
No, Whimney.
Ooh, flirting there already.
Sib. Breton. No. Friffa. Devoy.
Tunawa.
Sharpspotion. Essenor. Flaw. Mesplima. Flazzle Vilpa. Mimi.
Ho, ho,
Plimba Brostu. Rovoy Zar.
Rouge.
Bobani. Desmigos Crunchy Vizel. Pronil. Stevie Baza. Carsip Zimze Chorib. Gaunis. Clevite Grinia. Ooh. Tibanahu Smaze. Spino. Hannabola. Snurves. Naba. O'Neill. Stevie Funo. Larkham. Espo. Kennethora Fibine. Rim. Ina Tabano.
Poganamo.
Oh. Oh.
Wow, that romance bar went up pretty quick, eh? Hello.
Gabba.
Dag dag.
Falabalom.
Vaccine.
Hoo-hoo. Harpin.
Muba Doby.
Pelka. Gashla.
Ah.
Frababna Oni Bosh.
Ah. Ooh.
Naya Vuria.
Kianoi. Frabors. Isabel.
I was hungry. Alright. Perfect. Take care of that.
Oh.
Bien, boo.
Oh, suddenly not so much.
So,
100%
So.
romance, and he won't
Dag,
hug her.
dag.
Bobanef.
He's leaving? He must have saw like somebody. No, he's not leaving.
Ooh, Kizepta.
Randy's happy to have breakfast outside. It's a relaxing moment to enjoy.
In Falliness.
Befete Greeno.
Bars.
Wanna beige.
The baby's crying. Of course the baby's crying. Alright. Well, we'll notice in a second, right?
Skiva.
Nah.
Oh, rejected. I missed that too.
Briss.
Ooh, where this soup?
So. When?
Hispa.
No good
Garda.
screenshots.
Oh, Arb.
Okay, he was all 40 and then suddenly he's like, yeah, no, not having this. She's got to take care of this little one.
Oh, I'm nervous.
So it must be like Cassandra's. Oh, Kaylin's nearby. That's what's going on. That's the problem. Kaylin's outside, guys.
Yabba, thanks. Criffum.
Even though he's Polly.
Lucky Rachu.
Nanaza. But no bay.
Where'd he go? Is he still here? Oh, okay, he's inside now.
Yips. Spark.
Calm himself down.
Wapena. Oh, Swibbit. Oh, no.
So happy now. Excellent.
Sawani Junka.
Guano.
Wabana. Adisa. Zaffle. Narfa Yesua.
Needs a bath. Of course.
Abenor. Quasib. Abenor Yikla. Let him move. Prita Flimivore? Huh?
Come on, Don. Let Brandy rock your world. She doesn't need a boyfriend. He's upset though, so it could be part of it.
Falabalom.
Why are there so many puddles everywhere? I don't understand why they're mopping everything. There's not that many puddles. Dustin has a project, but there's really not much of a point to doing it. Oh, now he's gonna kiss her. Of course. Don.
Yipsy. Skipperoo no.
Brandy.
Ooh.
No.
Nibahana.
Rude.
Ugh. Go, Pleva.
What she want to do?
Oh,
Buy an
Sita.
activity table. Buy an ice cream machine. She can't afford any of this stuff. Because most of his money is Dustin's. He's hungry. Let him eat first. Gotta remember to do the
Oh,
university
Bimo.
stuff. Maybe now we can send him
Oh,
$900 as his. So maybe we can
Alarkum.
take
Oh,
some money out of that for him
Cardool.
to go to the doctor as well.
Am so.
Zisamba.
Gibbs.
Oh, they just became boyfriend girlfriend. Dawn is now has Brandy as a girlfriend. That's Monday. So just one moment before I forget. I didn't see who asked who. Unfortunately. What am I looking for? It's not over here. It's on the wrong tab. On the wrong screen. Ah! Alright. Edit. Dating Dawn. At age. She is about... I gotta fix her age too, don't I? Yeah. She's supposed to be an adult. Because she had her baby. MC command. So how I fix this? Sims commands, set age. We're going to set age to adult. And then we're going to go Sims commands there. Sim commands, set age days, set age in days, age span in days. So she was supposed to be 34, I think, on Sunday. Let's see, age rotation tracker. This one, because I can just check here. 34 and a half, so she'd be like 35 now, I believe. So what you would do is click on your first number here. You can see I got a picture of it there. And then you get a bunch of those. You can change that to count. So she's about 35 right now. So, oop, not like that. There we go. Highlight down to 35. She's 25 days into her age span. She started dating Dawn at age 35. I should say became girlfriend of, but now I'll have to add him to her tree too. Became girlfriend of Dawn at age 35. Cool. All right. Well, I missed that, but I missed who asked who, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. So they're together now, and he's going home. All right, poor Dustin here. He's got a fever now. The toddler stinks. I think baby's gonna take care of that. He's still hungry? Yeah, eat some food first, honey. Then we'll send you to the doctor. Pick up any medication you need. It's your money. So we'll put only like 700 in his bank account, so he can do that. We'll just deposit $700.
Maxine.
Yeah, but please.
Heard you hate friends with Don Valario. Yes, she did. And then some.
Ooh, oh, blorid.
Bye, random girl.
Aaron Nixel.
Oof, he's feeling rough. Oh, look at that. Can I give you, one of my unscrupulous friends, your number? Sure. Hopefully it results in more money, right, Dustin? Right. Healthcare services. Scheduled doctor's appointment just for himself. He wants to brush his teeth.
Oh.
Actually, he needs to brush his teeth.
Yips, yips. Oh. Holcomb was a deer. Massa
Alright, happier baby, but it's just about to empty their diaper again. For crying out loud. Or fill their diaper again. Of course. As soon as he gets out of the bath. Sounds about right. Randy, having a nap? Yeah, don't blame ya. Don't blame Brandy for that. Yes, he's already gone to his appointment. There we go. Off to paint the town. Make a mess. Oh yeah, I was right. He has malaria, of course. So treat the disease with home remedies such as rest, orange juice, or tea. But has to take the malaria tablets prescribed. Says consequences of not treating the disease are fatal, but the thing is I have the no death in mine, so maybe I should have the death, but I feel like too many people would be dying. Trust me. So yeah, I'll have to get him a prescription. A Lucy Bird walking by. Back from the doctor. Alright, so healthcare services. And then I'll just do online pharmacy. Oh, I think a prescription is usually in there. Yeah, so that's the pill he needs. And then he'll need some Tylenol to keep his fever down. And probably some upset stomach, nausea meds. We'll do like 10. And have him go sleep for a little while. So that's an illness I'll have to deal with for at least a little while. I don't think it's a chronic one when you have no death. I think it does go away after a while with no death. But again, if I had the death one, he would definitely die off rotation or when he's not active because they don't auto take those pills. You have to do it manually. If they could auto take the pills, I could at least calculate how many bottles of pills I need while I'm off rotation. There we go. Brandy's up. Gonna get something to eat. I heard you and Dawn started dating. Congratulations on landing a new boyfriend. I don't think she's aware that he has like a wife and everything. Just saying. Maybe we'll end up with a Dawn baby over here.
No.
Too many kids.
Oh, sure.
It's highly unlikely, unless she is like, I want a baby. She's a family sim. It could happen. I've had Sims conflicts like their whim is to have a child, but they don't overall want children. Usually I just like try and default with the overall, but still have them have a woohoo and maybe an accident will happen. You can not want children and then like occasionally be like, oh, babies are cute. I mean, I don't know why you would do that, but but hey. Alright, Brandy. 7:30 in the evening. Now what? Can we do something that might make you a little money? Like knit? It's highly unlikely. She'll make any money. I've heard a lot about you, mostly bad things. That's okay. People usually don't like me either. We should hang out sometime. If you say so. She could do more laundry, probably. $18. Not bad. Wash the laundry. Keep forgetting that her and Dustin are supposed to be smoking. I think Dustin's supposed to be. Oh, there's Skip in his inventory. I thought that was Skip outside, but Skip is still in his inventory in this one. That's okay. So it might be like that in the save file. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. Now we can get Skip showing up on the lot, probably. Now that she has $80. Oh, we have something to resume. Excellent. Never mind, the baby's crying.
Oh, Balane.
Has she talked about babies? Does she ever better babies, toddlers? I didn't notice any of the better babies moodlets. No, she hasn't even talked about babies. She doesn't even have the moodlets. Of course not. That's okay. We'll do that shortly. Just to talk, you have to talk about babies to get the better babies and toddlers mood trait.
Oh,
Hey, Jim, buddy. It's only 9 o'clock at night. May as well wake up for a little while.
oh, lava. Oh, Yimbala. So.
Aha. Pipola. Yibsy. Fadish.
How's this fun coming? Getting there.
Oh, Varpasa. Dibowis. No. Barba. Ooh. Set.
Well, she must have it. I see all the things to talk about.
Ribby Garnoosh.
Weird.
Apollo. Jarama. Jaruk. Jaruk. Oh. Go.
Don't see the bear baby's trait there, but
Mm.
apparently she's got things.
Oh. Ah. Ah.
Landgraab? Oh, Yibs. No.
Yeah, now she has it.
Nibahana.
I don't know. He doesn't have it either.
Huh.
It like unlocks the moodlets or something. I don't know. Tried video games. I love video games. Oh, no surprise.
Simony. Jaruk. Jaruk. Oh. Go. Bawara. Floof. Goff.
Ah.
Oh. Yabahorn. Unik Snow.
Oh, yes.
Bushka Garul.
Oh, sure,
Bushka
sure.
Mipim. Bah. Oh, Becca Bach. They looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Mifwa. Davaru. Bah. Ooh. Ugh. Sakaba. Oh,
Oh, poor Dustin's covered in little stars.
Oh, friends.
Oh, poor boy. Actually, that's good. Yeah.
Soy. Oh, Kababa.
He's delirious.
Jaruk. Jaruk. Oh. No.
There we go.
Ooh.
Shwabi.
Moonip.
Ah, miss a dib.
There we go. She's done knitting. She's gonna head to bed though. Alright, bye. That's enough video games. Club memberships. Lots of club memberships happening. Cool. Oof.
Looks like.
Those are some interesting illness markings. It's an interesting rash. Came into the year like that, I might be like, you might be faking. In our reality. Their reality, it's apparently malaria. There's Skip.
Ugh, hand-faced Torb.
Yeah, he wants to hack his school grades. What's he doing? Talking to your dead dad? Yep.
Hey!
Welcome home, Dad. This is, metaphorically talking to your dead parent. He's delirious after all from his. He's delirious, so it works. I don't think there's any way to turn off in Sims 4. Like, you can't have, like, ghosts don't talk to people. They only scare people or something. Yeah, you should like treat like normal human beings, like normal Sims. I wonder if there's like a mod for that. Yeah, I'm fast forwarding, thanks. They're all asleep except for the baby. Anyway, we can have that. Perfect. Kuat, that's not helpful. Change your diaper. Breastfeed. Bounce. Cut off. Rock. Almost the birthday. I know. Perfect. We'll have birthday for you when we come back to the play on Wednesday. That's the day I'm looking for. Wednesday. I feel like this is moving fast tonight. Sorry. Well, it's Tuesday morning. Never mind. It's not that fast. It does. Well, no. It does feel like it's run fast. The Sunday morning to Wednesday, like midday. Interesting. We'll need to give Bo a makeover anyway. So there's that.
Hucky rat shoe.
So I have to make sure we have stuff for a cake for Bo today. Hungry kid. Gotcha.
Fenway kid up. As
Not much food left in the fridge. That's not good. We could make some tofu tacos. Better than nothing. Pancakes? No, it's only single serving left. Mushroom soup, family size. Breakfast scramble, only single serving. Yeah, we'll have to make some tofu tacos for breakfast. Since there seems to be nothing left in the fridge.
Chibal Pomeray. Kombipa Meshka.
We're getting along fairly okay with $8, but we're gonna be out of food. Maybe if she would want a job would be good. She wants to make meatballs. We were supposed to make those before. Buy a potty chair. Yeah, things you don't have the money for. You need to want a job at this point. Now it's all a matter of waiting for her to want a job. Tenderness from cuddling baby. Oh, I forgot to move the microwave around. That's why she's cooking under it. Oh well, it's not a huge issue until they start putting food under it. That's annoying. Just only 2 empty countertops right there. Close enough, baby. Grab a serving.
Oh, Chorg. Chorg. Birosh. Oh, Amudia.
I'm trying to wait to give little Bo a bath until a little later. Use her diaper one more time.
Ooh, oh, blorid. King Kubu Koiba?
Baby found $4.
Oh, Yibs.
Tofu tacos, breakfast of champions.
Oh.
Huh. Parto, Dimnat Nan. Nibahana Waxwin, Zakini Rospa, Zambi Nufa, Wana Che, Boa, Bikoya Slam, Wadida,
They're getting along well enough.
Fuibak Dutsuo, Dol Bay, Che,
For now.
Uri, Bravna.
Getting along well enough that it might be okay.
Oh, Yibs.
Ah, Fumoy.
Oh, Jatsabu.
Ooh, ugh, Sakaba.
Kimba Darfi. Grovel Nurks Duri. Farb. Wisset Borb. Tip Tip. Delso. Tribs. Iba. Brapna. Guivi.
Aren't
Vazoo.
you supposed to go to school, Dustin? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go to school. Nice try, buddy.
Gora?
As if your mom would let you miss school.
Ugh. Fwin. Ew.
When you're getting along, anyway. Bake. What can we bake a cake? No. We need more eggs, chocolate, and milk. Okay. Eggs, chocolate, and milk. Can't leave the kids alone. Still wait. Oh, she still has her hospital gown available. For some reason. She's put it on as outdoor clothing. Is she coming back inside? Yes. Lovely.
Pomady? Oh, Yibs.
Yeah.
Cloy.
Hopefully use her diaper again. No, they're just gonna get out of the tub and use the diaper again. No. Put him down for a second.
Oh.
No, don't ask for bath yet. Not yet. Talk to a stranger. Let's busy Brandy up for a few minutes here. Use. Oh, but I hug the. It is cloud of stink, of course. Can't see it very well. Whoosh, whoosh. In deep. Alright, there we go. Let's give this little one a bath.
Room.
Let's get you a bath, kiddo.
Mitzel Absib. Oh. Oh. Oh, Yatsabu.
Oh my gosh, this is not having a bath.
Wissa dib.
There, come on.
Vaccine. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Blorid. Oh, Bimo.
Okay, something's off here. She just keeps asking for bath over and over and over again. I've had these bathtubs break, so... Let's try bubble bath.
Floima Sharnu. Aw, yoyum.
I've had these bathtubs have been breaking, like so that they can't be fixed. So once they're broken in game, like the water's spurting everywhere, you can't repair them.
Oh, splish, splish.
No, Don, we're watching the baby. She can't answer her phone.
Rabobi.
Sorry. Yes, she wants you to come over though.
Lonely
Since you asked about it. Oh, hi, Moments. I didn't see you there. I was paying attention to my other screen with the game on it. Thanks for joining me.
Oh. Ruby.
How are you tonight, if you're still there?
Oh. Oh, Pomadoy.
Should see if it, like, the chat on this can send me, like, a little ping or something when somebody says something. For now.
Oh.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, Brandy. Oh. She wants to go shower in the rain, doesn't she? But she's gonna move the laundry to the dryer instead. Pretty bored? That does happen. I'm trying not to be bored by streaming Sims for something to do.
Oh.
Alright. No, she can't go to GeekCon. She's apparently gonna go shower in the rain. She's desperate to shower in the rain tonight. Oh, Brandy. Oh, change your mind. Okay. Must be somebody around she doesn't want to shower in front of.
Bamwosa.
Oh, she's gonna leave her clothes on for it. Much more appropriate, I guess. Oh, lockdown again. That's tough. Luckily, I haven't had too many cases where I live, so. But it's climbing up because we're close to the United States border, so. It's creeping across. But the idiots are getting way too much attention about anti-lockdowns and anti-vax right now. Hello, sir. Coming by.
Oh,
She knows him. I don't know how she feels about him, but she knows him. I think he's.
Yes.
I want to say he's from my library. Could be wrong.
Oh, Tom Rosellenhoy. Meshka from.
Let's see. She's got a sentiment about somebody. Dustin, of course. Said this one they seem to be getting along pretty well, but I've had other saves where they just scream at each other the entire time.
Sycophus. Pifatal Bavangi. Thimba Yanafab. Retinu. Neebs.
Oh, lava.
Trips.
Oh.
Aw.
Chimere Jabeen Slawfish.
All the sentiments.
Narva.
Jabeen.
Sanoosh.
Ah.
Chimene Yambia.
Oh. Yes.
Blashu Pima. Blashu Pima. Oh.
Oh, baby's crying.
Whims.
We named the baby Rianne.
Oh, very nice.
That's not gonna help Brandy.
Oh,
Probably needs a
Quava.
diaper
Oh.
change or feeding or something.
No. No. Oh, sure. Kapuna.
Oh, we're just gonna make a mess in Brandy's room. I just got that kids channel song stuck in my freaking head.
Amudio. Oh, Amu.
Okay, do you need diaper change, that little one?
Oh, Polyphony
No.
Bahana. Oh, Nubu. Oh, Laba. Yadras Vobia. Oh,
Oh, Brandy.
Wapina.
We'll have to get her boyfriend to come over since they decided to be boyfriend girlfriend.
Oh, Yumbala. Oh,
The one and only,
Polyphony
the notorious
Bahana.
Don Lothario. Oh, he's nearby, is he? He's outside. Well, I guess he has the same idea. He's probably just walking by, but. She's wearing I don't know how she got this inpatient outfit. Oh, must have been from when she went to the hospital. Now she won't stop wearing her hospital gown. She stole it. She stole her hospital gown.
Oh, Fadish.
He's married, Brandy. Oh, he's leaving. No, we wanted you to actually, like, hang out. Not for, like, 3 seconds. Like, come inside and hang out.
Oh,
Um,
Mopsy.
oh goodness, no. I actually went off
Oh,
work on
Gosha.
disability about 6 weeks before the pandemic hit. And I'm a healthcare worker, so I am not sure how much I'm arguing about that. Timing kind of worked out. So yeah, I've been home this whole time, but I haven't been stuck inside. I can still like go to the grocery store. We've only had a couple lockdowns where they were suggesting you only go out for groceries like once every week or so, and then like the most of the stores are closed, and a lot of like the cat food and stuff I would have to pick up curbside. But it hasn't been that bad for somebody who doesn't really go out that much anyway. I've quite been enjoying everybody else getting a taste of being disabled and stuck at home. My migraines basically prevent me from going anywhere. Yeah, I kind of got lucky, especially because I've been getting full pay while I'm off or close to full pay. So can't really argue with that. Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, but
Mireille.
it's just the way it is. Oh, yeah, she's got to bake a cake for poor little Bo here. They have no money. Well, she might be able to afford a cake. Dawn, can you give her some money? I mean, she can ask them for some money after they head over to the shower. Luckily, oh, and the baby's crying, of course. Well, hey, Dustin, you want to help out?
Slacken kan kuya.
I think the shower's occupied, buddy, but you can hear the baby crying, maybe. Help his mom out. Yeah, for healthcare working, I was actually like non-medical staff, but patient, like public facing. So, but I was putting like 300% going into work. Like I have, so there's a headache chart called the Midas score, and on it I'm considered as severely disabled, and I'm on like 4 different medications right now to try to control them. And apparently none of them work because I'm barely better than I was 2 years ago.
Oh, Felish.
So, next up is maybe Botox and lidocaine IVs. Yay. Sure, random person, come hang out. Brandy, you need to make a cake. It's 4 p.m. You have a child who needs to grow up. I don't think you can make even a chocolate cake. We need eggs, chocolate, and milk. Should you run to the store? I don't really feel like it. Maybe she doesn't really feel like it either, but I think it's like $20 to have groceries delivered. Yeah, it's a $20 delivery fee, which she really can't afford. Which means she probably should run to the store, or he just doesn't get a birthday cake and grows up tomorrow morning. It's a hard call. Oh, it's okay. It is rough sometimes, but for the most part, like when my migraines are even, like when I'm a 6-7, I'm still functional enough that I can play The Sims with a very, like my screen is orange, and the reason I don't have a face cam is because I sit in the dark all the time. So, sitting in the dark is fine by me. It's easiest on my eyes. And then I have this program on my PC called Flux that takes away all the blue light, and I can customize it to exactly how orange I need my screen to be able to handle it. And then my phone has Twilight, so it takes away the blue light more than takes the blue light away there more too. More there too. Talking is hard because I mess up words a lot.
Robin Havoy. Sawada Nuloy. Kenda Zoomf. Narba. Kwarp.
Oh, and I have a big weed prescription, so that helps too. The only benefit of being disabled.
Wapanafanaya.
The only true benefit of being disabled in Canada. Medical pricing, which is not great. The illegal is cheaper, or black market. Sleeping, but hungry. He's nauseous. Let me. Oh dear. Terrible news. Is he delirious again? Yes.
Blave, Narza.
Is he sick with something else as well? Oh no, he might be having a breakout.
Skizna plushies
It's a
the
mood
breaks.
swing.
Pak yoin
Whatever.
limla.
Riley is
Kirbaya.
evil.
Shuva.
She's upsetting them both at the same time
Oh, Tiffany.
and enjoying it.
Shuna Glabe.
Kani.
Irba.
Yava. Yibs. Parsagap Rabe. Maranoi.
Alright. Poor Dustin here has malaria. He's not doing so hot. He's feeling kind of icky right now. Let's go. Maybe have a bath. Maybe that'll help. Use, take, bath. What up, Dawn? How's your wife and your 2 children? Or no, he only has 1 children. This is my personal thing. He has 2 children. Jesus. Keep mixing stuff up. Yeah, he has 1 baby on the way, I think. Or a baby, or 2 babies on the way. I haven't checked. Have I been eating more while at home? Oh. Between my medications and inability to exercise and the fact that I like junk food, the answer is yes. Unfortunately. I'm working on it. Slowly. It's really difficult. Because when my head is hurting a fair bit, I tend to get really dizzy. Or feel dizzy. Or it's worse when I'm... Try for baby with Dawn. That just means she wants to woohoo him again. Must have been good. Yeah, it's hard to exercise when your head is exploding.
Balkroga. Sochim. Sargi Zulpa.
Harbin Batul.
Yeah, sometimes. I managed to get on the stationary bike yesterday for 45 minutes, which was nice. I only let myself watch MasterChef Australia when I'm on my stationary bike, and I have like 20 episodes to catch up on now. So, yeah, I'd like to watch that. Put on some weight. Yes, moments. Unfortunately, that seems to be a side effect of being at home and living 10 steps away from your refrigerator and snack cupboards. And it's really hard to cook when you're sick all the time. So, takeouts become a bit of a staple. Some nights. Oh, what you doing, Dustin? Have a snooze. Okay, 7 o'clock at night. You can have a snooze. I was hoping to get Angela over again for him, but nope, not yet. Says stray, but I know you're not a stray because you've been adopted by somebody, and I have a mod that's supposed to be you're not a stray. Sorry. There, she woohooed. I think you were a condom though, so. You'll just have to live with that, Brandy. I highly doubt she's pregnant. Oh, Mom likes to bake. My parents live in the same city as I do, so we go out to their house like every other weekend for dinner, and my mom usually sends a care package home, but not enough baking. Baking is good. She usually starts baking hardcore in like October though for Christmas time. Might not so much this year. Where are you going, Brandy? To swim. All right. She might not bake as much this year if the pandemic's still bad. She didn't bake very much last year.
The samba. Oh, Mohalike. Huh.
Oh, yeah, think about the husband you murdered, eh? Alright. More than the husband. My mom, no, she's actually lost quite a bit of weight, but she's a cancer patient, so that's a side effect. She's a long-term cancer patient, so something she's been dealing with for a very long time. She's not in any danger, so she's quite stable, but she's managed to lose like 60, 80 pounds. So, and she doesn't eat. No, she's one of those bad dieters who tends to like not only eat one meal a day. That's been her diet plan, I guess. Well, while she's been under the ill, she's been like, I'm gonna eat a lot less. Don't I? The human brain is a mystery. But not. But like baking and stuff, I've never actually seen her eat too many cookies or anything in the middle of baking. She's just so concentrated on filling the freezer with them to give to other people. Yeah, if I have junk food in the house, I can't keep my hands off of it. It's horrible. No willpower on my meds. I used to not be like that at all, but my meds, one of them, I think one of them specifically, I've completely lost all willpower when it comes to food. Brandy, your baby's crying. Oh, you're really hungry there, Bo. But I can make it so you can open the fridge so you can get something to eat. There's one serving left, and they're out of groceries. And they have very little money. Baby wants to hit Dirk, or Bo wants to hit Dirk. I say baby, but that is not what I queued up there, woman. Wrong child. Are you still going to get the food? Yes. You can probably get up now, Dustin, and hit the washroom and all that. Well, that was Don walking by. Strutting by, I should say. He's gonna go home to his wife. Probably. I put on enough weight that I had to buy new clothes. Let's just say that. I'm still not, like, too bad, but I'd say I don't even know how much I weighed when I went off work, to be honest.
Oh, wait-voo.
So I actually probably couldn't tell you exactly. And I don't look at my weight when I'm at doctor's offices and stuff. It is actually quite detrimental to me. I start behaving like my mother and I stop eating. Never a good thing. I'd rather eat junk food than not eat at all.
No, Nibahana. Go
Sleep. He's got a fever. Of course, the dryer works. Yeah, yell about the dryer. Is he in a good enough mood? Probably to repair it? Yeah. Probably won't die if he gets electrocuted. You need like more deaths, more deadly deaths, but not like but only when they're active Sims. So. Bo will grow up in the morning before we leave the house to do his makeover and for me to be done streaming for the night. So, halfway through Wednesday is the plan. I was going to make a mess in the backyard all the way over here. Does he even need motor skill at this point, or is he full up? Where am I looking for? This. Full up on movement. Okay. Almost there in communications. Won't make it on potty, thinking, or imagination, probably. Did he ever apply for university? I don't think we did. We can fix the dryer first. Likes handiness? I have no problem with that. Fits them well enough. Okay.
Flash Begoya.
He won't get into university, but we'll still apply. And for scholarships. One, who's usually like 5.
Jim Wibsy.
I know if his grades are bad. Oh yeah, he wants to hack his grades. Can try it. He'll probably get caught. Get expelled or something. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if most people outgrew their work clothing pretty quickly. I have been in pajamas for like 2 years. That's why I've gained weight, because I haven't had to put on, like, I haven't had to wear anything like restrictive. Not that I wore too many restrictive items before, because, yeah. I applied for the athletics one. I don't know what is. I always forget that you can only apply for either athletics or esports for university. I'm sure his athletics are pretty okay. Fitness is like 5. Yeah, cool. Alright. University applications are in. If I had to put on my old work clothes, well, no, it wouldn't. I don't think that happened. I don't even think I'd bother trying at this point. I bought new clothes. I'm good. I noticed things were feeling snug. I've got a few things so that I can wear if I have to go into work on a random day or whatever for something. Haven't had to yet. Toddlers are actually fairly cute in this.
Nibahana Waxwin, Zakini Roshpa, Zombie Nufa, won it.
He can make fish on a stick.
Che.
And there's enough servings of that, so I guess that's what they're doing. And he needs to sleep.
Drift swing.
What did I buy? Oh, just like new leggings and some new t-shirts. Literally t-shirts that can double as stuff I can sleep in or wear out. So, and I can sleep in leggings, but I got new pajama pants too because I like really big pajama pants. I basically swim in my pajama pants.
Kazuna.
So, I think I went from like, okay, let's say I think I went from like an extra large to a 1X, but I like prefer my pajamas to be like at least 2 sizes too large.
Abrupt Benorla. Cleava. Jobajo. Nizo Buna.
Yeah, I can wear leggings. Just as long as you have like an appropriate shirt that like covers the butt type deal. But lots of people wear leggings. Like lots of the support staff wear leggings at the hospital I work at. I won't be going back anytime soon, and if I have to buy a new wardrobe, I will. Not a big deal. They gotta find a medication that can support me to go back to work first, and so far I've tried like 20. He put the food into the microwave. Motherfucker. Alright, perfect timing and excuse to move the microwave, I guess. There's your fish on a stick, Dustin. Now I want the bills. Put those there. Put that there, because then you'll stop cooking stuff in the microwave. Alright, much better. I need to save anyway. It's been a little while. Yeah, they'll even the sports staff in some areas are allowed to wear jeans.
Ooh.
Yeah. They don't care what the sports staff wears, really, unless it's like showing off boobs. It seems, or too short of a skirt.
Oh. Aaron Nixon.
You not eat that? Why don't you pick up serving? Okay. Does that mean you can eat the serving? You're hungry. It's 3:30 in the morning, but... Oh, okay, you're just gonna put it in your inventory. Can you maybe eat the food? Yes. How are you doing, little one? Good. Cats are running around. If you hear any clunking. They're getting ready for playtime. Their playtime is usually in 40-ish minutes. Mom, oh yeah, button-up tops and skirts are the worst. Forget it. Not a chance. If I can't wear loungewear, I'm not working for you. I don't want the job unless I can wear loungewear. Job market can suck it up. Complaining about workers, not having enough workers everywhere. Well, guess what? You have to loosen your rules, right? Oh, Brandy. Alright, well, we're almost to the Wednesday morning. We'll get this kid grown up and part way through it. He's stinky again, of course. Just give him a bath. Is he going to bed though? Yeah. Randy's wide awake. It's okay, she can clean up, I guess. Oh, I should have had her take a pregnancy test since she slept with Don Lothario a couple times. Yeah, that's usually what happens moments when when you gain weight. You can't get into your clothes. It does become a little more difficult. Yeah, and it's certainly when you're not active, or either not less active because you're not going to work or getting out to the gym. It's certainly an issue. They need a magic pill. Let's work on this obesity cure. I mean, can we do fibromyalgia first? Because apparently they say I have that. I'm not convinced. It's just, I think most of my stuff comes from my migraines. Life choice alert. What does Dustin want to do? Feeling confident, weighing university, scholarship sure. Usually it's more like, oh, is it this? No, he wants to dye his hair. How do you dye your hair? Go to the salon? I don't think, I think there's a salon chair. Do I have a salon in this save? Oh, is that something I should have? I don't see a life choice. Maybe it's the dye hair. That's what I want to guess that it is.
Hanka, Bazi, Schwabi, Koiba,
I may have to look that one up.
Javi, Schwabi Frong Vanage.
Yeah, that is lucky she found it funny. guess with Sims for to dye hair, I don't see anything about like going to the salon chair. I don't know. Brandy, will you stop wearing the hospital gown? I swear to God, I have PTSD from where I work. Thanks. I don't need to see it. I'm half joking. I had a really bad experience as a patient there when I was working. When I was also an employee. Let's just leave that at that. I can't say too much bad stuff. Not that I'm letting anyone find out where I work.
Oh, Neve.
That's good. My mom would not be able to handle that kind of joking. There's Bo. Alright. So there are 6 of the aspirations. So let's just pull up the rotation, the randomizer. I'll use this one. So from 1 to 6, so this was a new randomizer I added to the spreadsheet. So we want it's number 5. See how much is under number 5. 1, 2, 3. The social. And there are 3 to choose from. I think 2 of them are the same though, but we'll just put 3. Number 2. He wants to be a scout. Alright, so again, we'll randomize. Alright, there's his traits. Thrill-seeking. Envious like his brother. Neat. Alright. And active like his brother too. Okay. So he's got a little bit in common with Dustin now. More than expected. I did not expect to randomize that. Alright. And he looks pretty much like he usually looks in my games. It's okay because, oh, he's got a life decision too now? What? From Life Choices System. He wants to choose young athlete aspiration. So it's not this, it's young athlete. It's just you have to choose something when they grow up, but they will often choose their own. Where is young athlete? Do I have it? Rambunctious scamp, whiz kid, theater kid. No, I don't see young athlete. Well, that seems to be missing. Like I'm not wrong here, am I? Interesting. Might have to report that as an issue, because that should be under the. I mean, we'll just choose motor for instead. It's not a huge deal, but there isn't one called young athlete. That must be the life choices. Free pass. Yes, those would be nice. I've never come across one myself, but my mother is a sensitive soul. There we go. I clicked over the levy right in time. I knew what I was doing. Oh, bounce and rock. What are you doing, Dustin? Sleeping? Gonna be awake enough to take medication before you go to school? Maybe, maybe not.
Amudio. Zamoisa.
Gonna take away that hospital gown from her. Do her makeovers. Let's see, what does Bo like? Does he loves the color black, just like his older brother, I believe. Nope. Oh, I clicked on Brandy. Of course, pink. Yeah, black, just like his older brother. He's active and envious, just like his older brother. That is hilarious. That has never happened to me before, especially when randomized traits, so that's awesome. He probably likes roll. Activity preference? No. Oh, there's only select fashion choice? There should be roll fashion choice. I thought there was. No big. I'm glad she joked about it. That makes things a lot better. So, that makes things a lot better. But unfortunately, my mother grew up with her parents not being so nice about her weight, I guess. Brandy, you should not be smoking over top of your baby like that. Jesus Christ. This game. And the baby's crying again. I think you just changed the diaper. Well, baby, you're gonna have to wait because she's smoking over top of your cradle. School has started, children. Oh, you're not going today. Okay, class in 24 hours for you. You are gonna sleep through school today? I guess. For now. Is what it is.
Oh.
Brandy, can you want a job? Because you guys need money soon. Oh, good. Start new career. Whew. See, I think about these things and they happen. So she has a lifetime want of being a culinary genius. So we are going to get her a job in a culinary career, of course. Because she really needs a job. Any job. She does not have a university diploma. Yep, that's about my reaction to moments. Wow, okay. It's real good of you, Brandy. You're a great mom. But yeah, we're gonna get her a culinary job career. Now, I know that I think like most of my rules and stuff that I play by are based on Pleasant Sims's rules, but I do modify them a bit. I'm Canadian, and in my brain, we should have free healthcare or free childcare. So guess what? They go to the daycare and it's free. It's subsidized because she's poor, damn it. If she was rich, it might be a different story. But currently, she has her kids go to her baby goes to a subsidized daycare. If she leaves the house. Because yeah, she will now be working 24 hours from now. So starts work Thursday morning. And she's a level 1
Seneca.
dishwasher assistant.
Longa Plana. Timfi. Sa. Huh?
Marco.
Ah, Australia.
Oh,
I
Gatsaboo.
have extended family there. Apparently. My
Floima Sharnoof.
grandparents came over from the Netherlands at like the end of World War II. And some of the brothers and sisters went to South America, and some went to Australia, and some went to Canada. So, but yeah. I love Australian MasterChef. It's like my favorite MasterChef show. Actually, it's like the only MasterChef show I like.
Smine, Zorpelhish.
Oh, Chaza.
Oh, Chorg.
The reason MasterChef Australia is my favorite MasterChef show is because the score is so damn good as well.
Boom. Fibna.
It's great for
Fina.
riding my stationary bike too.
Jongi. Wanu. Fwanch. Nigelna. Bolamide. Bonengravi.
Thought she might be a. Nope, just asking about school,
yes.
which she's never been to.
Ooh. Oh, blorid. Pinkubu Koiba? Oh, Yibs. Floima Sharnu. Ah, yoyum. Ifu Kimba.
I'll be streaming at least
Ah,
until my headaches are
Ina.
better enough to go back to work. But if you're talking about tonight, I'll be. I usually stop my play. It's Wednesday morning. I usually stop at noon for them, like their Wednesday at noon, which is like an hour in Sims time. And I'll go do a couple makeovers,
Pinkubu Koiba.
because they'll save the
Ah,
back
yes.
half for Friday or Wednesday. My God,
Oh,
what days am I talking about?
Chorg.
But yeah, tonight for like at the most another half hour.
Floima Sharnu. Ah, yoyum.
I gotta play. I've got 3 cats to take care of, so they gotta have their playtime before bed and their meal before I go to bed as well.
Spobani. Or
I feed my
Benny,
cats
Boo
3 times a
Sharps,
day, and I don't
Motion.
just throw kibble at them.
Desmikos crunching of the cell.
Brandy, you're starving.
Essenoi
You ate
florib.
something?
Bibidoy a bean.
Kid's pretty hungry too, but you know, homework's gotta be done apparently. Of all the kids that do their homework automatically. Oh, Dustin would eventually go to school. Okay. Nifty. Da-da-da.
Smurgus. Turub Quink. Kuzip. Plevar. Oh, Nabaquink. No. Nibahana. Ugh. Go, Pleva.
Adopt a child.
Uh-huh.
Brandy, that's not gonna happen.
Centaur.
Oh, Brandy. Oh, fish. Blech. That looks so gross. Oh, that food, it looks so gross. I don't like fish. I can't eat fish. I'm allergic to fish. What am I saying? There's just no fish in my life. Where are you going, kid? You need to eat. Is there leftovers? Yes. Go eat some disgusting fish. Oh, thanks for following, Moments. That's appreciated. Oh, you have to go do some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I may or may not finish before the 30-minute point. Just kind of depends on how well the makeover goes for poor Bo here. He's about the only one I really need to do anything to. But I'll be back on Wednesday, same time. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, but I think it converts in like the Twitch schedule. If you check the Twitch schedule on my page. But I will be back on Wednesday and then on Saturday for like 4 hours with my Landgraab. It's a Whims play legacy, and it's a legacy in quotation marks because I'm playing like rotational rules, but without rotating.
Fibna, Fina, Vintajongi. Wanu.
And Malcolm Landgraab is about to marry, or probably going to marry Andrea Hogan, Sims 2 Townie. So, and they have one big empty space in the middle of Henford on Bagley. But yeah, it'd be awesome if you come back. I'd be happy to have you. It's been really nice chatting with you, Moments. I really like it when people stop by and chat with me because it keeps me awake, because I have a nasty habit of falling asleep, like my head nodding, because medication's fun. Side effect of. Is she going to shower in the rain again? Yes, of course she is. She loves showering in the rain. I don't see the appeal. It's probably dirtier than your tap water. Swim, swim, swim. Swim, swim, swim. I didn't take enough screenshots on this stream, as per usual. Oh well. It's no cake for Bo to blow out a candle on, so there was a missed picture opportunity there. Bye, Moments. Have a good, I guess it'd be day for you. Brittany, you need to get the mail. That's what you need to do. The mail. Get mail. Oh, it's already 2 p.m. in their time, so I'll get the mail and then I'll wrap that up. This part up here. And we'll go make over Bo. Shush. Oh, it's a toy. Well, isn't that nice? There, put a toy in a room. Alright, I'm gonna go save and go to Manage Worlds, because I also want to see what's going on in the world around, see what the strange Sims have been up to, see if any of them have had babies or moved in with anybody or moved out from places. So, because only house Sims can have like babies and stuff, so that would be like all my Sims 2 Sims. Alright. So Lola and Nina are still living together. Goth is of course still intact. All these Sims should be the same, actually, as they were, because Master Controller is not allowed to touch these Sims. So it's my other households. Brain. My brain will work one day. Malcolm in the save is still single for some reason. He's a catch in this save. He's the richest Sim. Okay, the Beakers have had their baby, or is still a baby. They only age when we're playing the first family of the rotation. So right now that would be Dawn's house. So there's a couple more houses left before anybody starts aging again. Yeah, they're still married. That's Dina, and Nina's mom is married to Buzz. She's gonna be an elder like very soon. Paul passed away. We knew that. Kristen Lost married the Grim Reaper. Looks the same. Pascal and his daughter. Crystal Vu. And then we have a bunch of Sims that my game is just pulled into. They're all not in world, of course. I guess I could take the not in world ones off. Should be only the in world ones I want to see anyway. We've seen those. One of my cats meowed coming out of the litter box. She's just being silly. She's a little silly one. She's only 1.5 years old, so. But she has a tendency to do silly. Oh yeah, that's her. I want to play meow. That wasn't a ouchie meow. She's done stupid things before and has needed emergency surgery just once. Okay, they have the baby. They have a baby now. Don't know if it's boy or girl yet. I don't think we saw their baby born last time. That's Laszlo and his wife. And Chloe and her husband have a baby. And nothing else has really changed. Master Controller hasn't done too much. Must not be a day to run a check. I'm not sure what days run for marriages and babies. So I think it's only like once or twice a week. Alright, I'm going to make over little Mr. Burke here. He likes black, and we're going to put him in masculine clothing because he hasn't rolled anything for that. So I'm going to go with masculine. Let's see. Well, let's look at these outfits first. He doesn't have a style. I hadn't rolled a style. Kids don't get a style. I think it's only teenagers and up that get a style. So I basically get to do what I like. Except, he likes black. And it's going to be summer the next time we play him. So I probably want something summery-ish. So probably like a t-shirt and either t-shirt, pants, t-shirt, and shorts. Something like that. Color black. Let's see. He's kind of and he's kind of got a bit of his brother going for, like, kind of a bit of his brother in his blood. He looks up to his older brother. He wants to be like his older brother. So he's probably gonna wear like same kind of things his brother would have worn. A little bit like this shirt. Probably different pants. Any shorts that I like? God, no, there's no shorts that I like. Crop pants? No. I might just have to suck it up and wear a pair of jeans. Maybe ones that are all patched up. Ooh, I like that idea. A little bit too short, a little frayed on the bottom. Yeah, definitely. He's wearing the hand-me-downs, and they're not holding up so well. So a pair of black sneakers or something. Those are too expensive looking. I'll have to give him some socks. Just to cap it off. And I don't think he needs too much of like a haircut. He needs eyelashes. But his hair, I think it's straight, it looks like. Texture straight? Yes. So he has straight hair. It's a dino. Let's see. Maybe. I kind of like the idea of him having like a shaggier cut. Kind of like that even. On this one. Just because he takes after his brother. Or even this. I think there's one other kid in the save right now with that. But that's okay. Maybe we go like old mohawks. Because usually he ends up like smart and shy. For me. Instead of rolling him to be a lot like his brother. So. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Give him sort of like a little punk rock cut. He's a kid. He looks, like I said, he looks up to his brother. I want skin details. So I'm gonna give him some lashes since they didn't go on all on their own. I'll find a pair. Don't like that one. That's okay. That's good. No. Yeah. Now I'm thinking this one. Maybe that lash. And because dynamic eye depth is now a thing that will work for him. So yeah, the dynamic eye depth has all these different colors and stuff. It's not listed. You can just Google dynamic eye depth. But you see how dark it is around like the whites of the eyes. And you can put like little starry marks in them if you want to. I don't. He looks so sleepy. Maybe we'll go like that one. He's got like that sleepy look to him. But yeah, you can put like sparkle highlights in the highlights and stuff in the eyes. Yeah, I like the dynamic eye depth a lot more than I thought I would. I think it's great. And then he doesn't have any beauty marks or anything like that. No. And I'm not gonna put glasses on him. Okay, I need a screenshot for the family tree. One, two, three. There we go. There's a spot where I like their eyes to be when I take the screenshot. I'm a weirdo. What can I say? Alright. Well, that's a pretty good little outfit for you, buddy. I don't think we need to change that. Or we could change it like... No. Maybe. Or this. Is that blue or black? I want to say it's blue. That's blue. No, I'm pretty sure that's a black. It can be hard for me to tell. I'll give him some socks and a different shoe here. There we go. Looking snazzy, little man. He's active, so that's an okay t-shirt for his workout clothes. I think I want different pants, like, not that, like these ones. There we go. And the shoes, those are fine.
He's an easy makeover. Kids are always an easy makeover. You can go with that one. Your erg. Is there a better top to go with that? Should just do like a plain. Maybe that instead. I know he grows up to be a knowledge sim, but hey. You know, that can be him turning over a new leaf or something. One cat's bugging the other to the point of a hissing. I heard a hissing. Just watching them, make sure they don't squabble with each other. Party outfit. Well, that is certainly a party there, but not a party I want to go to. And this kid thinks he's so cool. If he wants to wear red, I mean, we can do that. Not with those shorts, but you know. But that doesn't look like a hand-me-down from his brother. That kind of does. I don't like that though. Maybe. Maybe. That's cute on him. It's a very different look than what I usually end up with for him. Now that works. That'd work. Just with his look, the plaid and the kind of punk rock plaid. Put him in the same crappy shoes. Perfect. He owns one pair of crappy shoes. Oh, that is just too many accessories for my life. Put the sunglasses back on. Oh yeah, the eyelashes are doing something funny with that. Alright. Probably because of the eye shading. That doesn't happen with the adults that I've noticed. That looks ridiculous. We can just keep them off. You don't need eye protection. Black shorts, already wearing them. Look at that. It's like he's psychic. Outdoor hot weather clothing. Well, let's do that. Maybe. You know, because he's so cool. I think just regular flip-flops. Gotta stay cool somehow. Let's see here. Hand me down from your brother, eh? Perfect. Change the color of his pants. Boots. That's better. Some boots are good. Alright. Well, that was easy. His makeover's basically done. Well, how about that? And I got, what? 10 minutes to spare. I'm that good. I'm that good. And there is little Brooke all grown up to be. So I can go edit, upload an image. Size them up nicely. I'll update the rest later. Oh yeah, so he has, what do I need? I think knowledge I can't add until he is a teen, but I can go back in and add his Gemini token and his music and dance hobby.
So we'll do that. I go back into them. Such is the way I do things. Sometimes after the stream, I like to be back in the family anyway so that I can update things like so I can update things like the family tree and whatnot. And it's easier to be in the family to do that. My screen just blinked off. My screen's like, I've had my screen since both my screens since before I moved into my apartment, which was 10 years ago. So both my computer screen and both my computer screens are over 10 years old, and I'm shocked they've lasted this long. They've lasted longer. They've been through several computers. Alright, so yeah, he needs Gemini, was it? And something else. Gemini. Was it Gemini hops to the raspberry plant? Is that what Willow says? Something to the raspberry plant or something? Gemini to the something something? Gemini token, music and dance hobby. So yeah, he can't get that yet, but he can get his Gemini now. And his music and dance hobby. There we go. Perfect. Alright. This will be a bit like his brother, but not totally, in the fact that he will probably go to university because he's a lot smarter than his brother is. For looking up to his brother so much that looks like he's got a lot of his older brother's traits. Picked up a lot from his brother. I suppose. What does he have? 1 creativity, motor, 3 for mental. Starts off with 3 for mental skill, 3 for social skill. That's good. He can probably do all 4 though. I wouldn't be surprised if he got all 4 done. It's not like it's hard to get most of them. We'll see. I've never done it in 7 days before though, so, or less than 7 days. We'll see what happens next time on our next round, the back half of the Burke family. They still have a few days left to go before we're done with them and on to whoever's next after them. I think it's the Dreamers are after them. Let's see here. Yeah, the Dreamers are after him. We'll have to see how Darren's feeling about Dawn. Eventually, I was thinking that maybe Cassandra decides she's not wanting to be polyamorous now that she's had the baby. But then again, she did ask Darren to marry her while at her own wedding to Dawn. So there's got to be something there, right? There's got to be something said about something about the 3 of them. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm kind of aiming for like a Lothario, Dawn Lothario, and Cassandra baby, and then like a Cassandra and Darren baby maybe. Because I've never done it. I mean, it's predictable what the baby will look like, black hair and mid-skin, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Something different. I haven't really done that before. And then we'll have the Pleasants. That's always an interesting time. The Burbs. John Burb owns a business. I actually, for the Pleasant Hills Rotational, I have him owning a really expensive business, and it's a lot. Like, I played it for the first time, and it was like, holy crap, this is a lot. And they have no money, and so it made it really hard. So I might actually sell that business, get rid of some of the money I gave them for that business, and buy the smaller bakery in town. That's the plan. And then the most boring family in the earth, the oldies, which I could probably do in one stream because I'll fast forward through the whole damn thing. Because they are so boring most of the time. I'll have to decide we'll have to see if Coral wants to like adopt a child in time. And usually after, Herb usually dies first, and whoever dies first, if they both make it, if one of them makes it to the end of the week, they move in with Mary Sue. We'll have to see if Mary Sue and Daniel stay together too, because that's been a yes/no thing on all of my saves, and you never know which one's going to happen, it seems. Which is fun. And then, yeah.
Malcolm in the legacy save, he's looking towards Andrea Hogan there. So, juicy, juicy. And my personal rotational save, this is all linked as well down below. I am already, you can see the 1 down on the left hand rotation side. I am almost through. I'm on the last day of the Grunt family, which I might actually leave for me to play with tomorrow because I'm going to have to update their family tree. So I have all the Strange Town Sims family trees for my rotational game to finish because I gotta wait to get through them all so I can link all the trees up. So it's taking its time, but I'll get there. As soon as I'm done the singles household, I'll be able to update the family trees pretty easily. So that won't take very long to link them. It's just a pain in the butt. And Don's linked on like 3-4 trees now because he's dating freaking Brandy Broke as well. I gotta put him in the tree. On this tree. Oh, dear goodness gracious. And put her on his tree. That's getting complicated. He's got way too many girlfriends. Way too many. Nina's, I think, a girlfriend. And then he's married to Cassandra. And then he hit on Darren. And that went well until Cassandra saw it. And, yeah. Turning out to be a very, very interesting playthrough. And it's very, very different from my personal rotational playthrough. So it's nice to know that not everybody playing the save file will get the same thing. I'm about to wrap this up here. So again, I'm Peppermint Blue Sims. You can call me E if you like. All the Twitch streams do end up on YouTube. So you can come check out the old archives on my YouTube channel. Links down below. I have a Twitter, but I don't post on that much right now because I have exactly 0 followers. I have a Tumblr. Or what is it called? Twitch here. On my Twitch stream has my schedule. I usually stream Monday and Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for my rotational play, and then I stream on Saturdays from 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the Landgraab Legacy. And then it goes up on YouTube as soon as I'm done, and it processes, and I do all the stuff that has to do with processing it. So usually like an hour or two. By the time I go to bed, it's up on YouTube. So within the next 3 or 4 hours. Because I'm a bit of a night owl, what can I say? Yeah, so that's it for tonight. We had a baby, we had a birthday, we have a new boyfriend for Brandy. Maybe she'll convince him to leave Cassandra, and then Cassandra will be free to not be Polly anymore because she's trying it out for Don, and she'll move in with Darren. Maybe that's the plan. We'll have to see what happens on Wednesday. So have a good night. Hope to see you again. Thanks to Moments Before Dawn for dropping by earlier and chatting with me for a good portion of the stream. It's been really nice to have somebody come say hello. If you're on YouTube and you've made it this far, feel free to hit a button or something. That's cool. No obligation. All right, that's it for me. Good night.